Somebody, give me Romans 13 and 11. I have a question. It's a Robert car, man. Give me Romans 13 and 11.
Khan, this is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Brother, you need a water?
Thank you.
Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Handle lights and teddy bears, I'm trying to leave your block romantic. Flicking off the hip, I leave the scene looking like I'm dancing. Ain't one Westworld, best believe we not gon' stand big titties on a drum. The stick figure looking outstanding. Rip his top with the hands of the Lord, call that God tears. Send a spear right to the sky and watch his front tear. I'm that nigga cause I run with them niggas, so let's get that clear. Don't question who say I'm the GOAT, I tell them God did. In order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. To me that's suicide. Of course I sound cocky to a glizzy eater, fuck your pride. Don't need a horoscope to see I'm a star, so fuck your sign. You can believe in anything you want, but as for me and mine, God mode. I am what I am, so let's just keep in mind. Don't wanna be like yeah, Kyrie, they wanna be like I. She said she lost until she found me, and then she found a tribe, and then I make a bout face until she called me out of wine. The weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. All time, no questions asked, we come and find you. His problems, my problems, and I'm standing behind you. Stepping with style, I'm standing on shit in my product. I take on the crowd, tell them all, throw in the towel. Half moon with a silencer, make it sound like a howl. We the shit, we about movements with a growl. Heavy is the head with the crown, when I take it I'm proud. I get the order, bring my sword back wet with a smile, nigga. I'm an Israelite rapper, nigga. Would never hit his wife, but I'll go at you. I make commitments to a gun if I'm talking about a tantrums. Nigga said he a stand-up dude, that mean we laughing, nigga. Jumped on the beat, start snapping, you leaving fractures. Red and green bean, I'm Gucci, you thinking fashion. There goes you for the green, and I ain't talking St. Patrick. You screaming all lives, I'm screaming all guns matter. Keep it biblical, talking in parables, cause it matter. If I say bring Jake up, I'm talking about a ladder. He was the wave till I came with the fire, no John the Baptist. Who cared you did it first, you should be worried about who after. I'm connected to any habitat, shit I adapted. Nose job on a brand new snub is all plastic. That's why I show up the court with jeans on, I'm never slacking. You a rapper turned Israelite, I'm an Israelite rapping. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. All time, no questions asked, we come and find you. His problems, my problem. Stepping with style, I'm standing on shit in my product. I take on the crowd, tell them all, throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Heavy is the head with the crown, when I take it I'm proud. I get the order, bring my sword back quick with a smile, nigga. When Westworld, let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make war. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Skimmer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the piece loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage war. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Stood against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing, dog, I plan to keep. You lose your mind where I'm from, I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul, losing times, wasting steady pacing. You off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But there's power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason, got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest, they gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Thumb. To the brothers, shalom, Shemar, Thumb by Shem Yahushua. To the sisters, man, this is ISUPK, man. ISUPK started out of One West Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And we, of course, come to teach this truth, man. That the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true children of the house of Israel, man. You know what I mean? And it's a privilege. It's an honor and a privilege to have that title, man. That's right. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to talk about today, man, because, you know, people in the Christian church, they're going to try to shame that name, shame being an Israelite. Right. They rather be Christian. They rather be Gentile. You know what I'm saying? They rather be anything but. You know, the Asian man, he want to be an Israelite. You know what I mean? The so-called white man, he want to be an Israelite. Sir.
If I may, the scripture say, if I came to any one of those other nations, they would have served me. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, Israel, of course, we, like you said, we'll rather to save everybody else before we even worry about our own salvation, man. We'll worry about everybody else to our own destruction. And I was just watching a debate with Captain Cesariak, and it's like, okay, he debated this pastor, and the pastor just could not. For one, the pastor didn't even know the Bible, Sam or whatever like that. Sam just didn't know the Bible, and for the life of me, at some point, I was thinking that Sam was just gonna say, "You know what, brother, you got me." You know what, you got me. But he just still kept holding on to this pride that he had.
The thing that was killing me the most is how they was just like, even the one chick that kept coming up.
Yeah.
And she was like, too many priests, too many kings, too many priests. Well, you got too many cuts. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because she was getting cut left and right. And it was ridiculous how, like, she was so into, like, it kills me how our people, man, when we go out here and we bring out this truth, man, how they come up against us and they so ready to save these other nations, man. You know what I mean? Because you was gonna say something, sir?
I wanted to just say this. You know what's heavy? What was heavy about that debate? And if you really listen to it, Christians, they hold more to their doctrine than the truth. Like it can be right in front of them, and you can read it to them. Bang, 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 bang. It's clear, just like Cap said.
Right.
If you teach not the law, you teaching them to be least in the kingdom.
Right.
He just couldn't let go of his doctrine. Because if he would have said yes, even on the point, Salaki, if I may, even on the point where he was talking to the sister at the end, it wasn't the sister Cherry, it was the one at the end.
Another one afterwards.
Right. And she said, he said to her, well, where's the law? And she said the law of Moses. Old Testament. He's like, there
it is.
But then she had to back up out of that.
Yeah, she did.
She was they're very deceiving.
Right.
They're very deceiving. They'll come on and they'll be like, hey, I just wanted to ask this question about such.
Yeah, you're a liar. You're a liar.
Yeah, and then she was just trying to debate you the whole time.
Damn right.
So that's what it is. I just wanted to add that they have to hold on to their doctrine, because if they don't hold on to their doctrine, everything falls.
Yeah,
down.
well, and that's their pride, man. Like the scripture said, man, beware the puffing up of the Pharisees, man. Like that's their pride. Their pride won't allow them to do it because they don't want to lose a battle. They care more about a battle of words than their own salvation. Right. And that should tell you a lot. And when it really comes down to it, they just want a hot dog. They just want a pork hot dog. They just want some bacon. That's all it is. When it comes, Salaki,
he didn't have a problem saying, y'all would call me Pastor Pork Chop. I'm cool with that.
That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous, man. So you understand this, man. It's a privilege to be in this truth, because you know what? Right. We have the mind of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We got the mind of when I say mind of the Most High, meaning that we have an understanding of this world that most of the world does not have an understanding of, man. Right. You know what I mean? Because this world wants to understand anything that's against the law, against the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, man. And we the ones who's going to hold fast and stay strong on His word. You know what I'm saying? And these Christians and these pastors and these imams and whoever else is out there, man, they're going to sit there and they're going to try to defend anything just so that they can say that you can't be perfect. That's what they're trying to do. That's all they're trying to do. We can't be perfect, man. We need to stay in this slavery. We need to stay in this captivity. We need to love the oppressor. The brother said, the thing that almost killed me was when he said, we always got the love. We got the love, love, love. And then the boy said, well, what happened in Montgomery, Alabama? What we were supposed to do then? He said love. Yeah, yeah. Supposed to love.
He didn't believe that when he said it.
Love, man. It's ridiculous, man. But I'm going to tell you what, they don't love you. They hate you. You know what I mean? I want to give a quick shout out, man, to my homegirl, Shakari Richardson. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give a quick shout out to the sis, man. I was rooting for her. You know what I mean? She took a spill during the last races and everything because, substance abuse and everything. But instead of tucking her tail and running, man, she went to work. You know what I mean? And she did what she had to do. And she raced. And I'm going to tell you what was real dope about this race, man. After it was all said and done, everybody just knew shit was going to be like, oh, forget y'all. I dusted them Jamaicans and all that stuff. No. She was like, man, I was worried about y'all. Y'all dope. And it was sisterhood. You know what I mean? Them three sisters. It was three sisters, all Israelites, that ran that race and won that race. You know what I'm saying? Right. The fastest women in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope to see the sisterhood that followed after that whole thing. And guess what else was dope? The dopest part was she would not interview with nobody unless they was black.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
And let me tell you something. I'm gonna bring this up before I get into it, man. I'm gonna bring this quick video up real quick. And this was sister had to say to the black boy when she finally gave him a quick little interview of the joint. So let me go ahead and bring this up, add this in. You know what I mean? And y'all check this out, man. Salakia. All right. Here we go.
What about the way that you seem to conserve some energy? You ran 10 flat and you can run much faster than that. Was that important here in this first round, not to give out too much?
Definitely this first round, more so just execution, focusing in, having that energy and performance tomorrow for semis and finals, and just putting it all together, taking it round by round, event by event.
All right, the world has been waiting to see what you'll do on this stage. What are your expectations of yourself?
The world, I'm not worried about the world anymore. I've seen the world be my friend. I've seen the world turn on me. But at the end of the day, I've always been with me. God has always been with me. So being on this scale now, it's my time. It's always been my time, but now it's my time to actually do it for myself. And the people that felt like me, the people that look like me, and the people that know their truth about themselves as well, I represent those people.
Thanks for so much, Karen. Right. And what about the way that you seem to conserve some energy? You ran 10.
Hold on, Sluggy. Let me give him. Damn right, man. Get that sis a hand, man. Straight up. Get that sis a hand, man. She said, I don't care about the world, man. Let me get John 15. Salakia. Let me get John 15 real quick, man. You know what I mean? I hope the sister, when she said the people that know their truth, I hope she understands. I hope she been watching the UPK.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I hope she ain't been watching the other groups. But I hope she been watching the UPK. You know what I mean? And she just didn't want to go all the way up. Because let me tell you something. By her even saying that little bit, ain't no sponsor going to take her. You know what I mean? They going to have to take her. They put that little girl in the 9th lane, bro. They put her in the corner. They put baby in the corner.
Right. You couldn't even see it.
You couldn't even see it till she caught up and dusted everybody.
I heard them say, watch lane 9.
Yeah.
They called her name, and then all of a sudden,
that's the hardest one to run in.
It's the hardest one to run in.
The widest lane.
They did not want her to win. They did not want to win because this young girl has pride in herself. You know what I'm saying? And guess what she did? She didn't disappoint. When she won, she said, "Forget y'all." She said, "Forget y'all. I don't care about y'all. I don't care about the world. I care about myself, the Most High." Well, she said, "My God." I understand. I know. You know what I mean? She said, "My God and the people who look like me."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That was dope. You know what I mean? For a sister to do that, for her to turn down the world and say, "I'm for my people," and the people that know their truth.
Right.
You can't say you know your truth without knowing something about being an Israelite. Come on. I mean, something. You got to know at least what Kanye know.
Yeah. Right.
Go ahead. Give me that. John chapter 15 and verse Salakia. What's that? 15 and what's that? 18? Salakia. Get that. Yeah. 15 and 18. Yeah.
All right.
If I could, I would shut.
John chapter 15 and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
If the world hate you,
Mm-hmm.
ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Good night. If the world hates you, it hated Christ before it hated us, man. You know what I'm saying? If the world hates you, isn't that clear? You know what I'm saying? It hated the Most High. The scripture even says he has enemies, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
They hate him and his children. They don't want his children to know who they are. That's why we're sitting here wondering if she was talking about the truth.
Right.
Because we know that we're going against oppressors and we're going against an opposition that doesn't even want us to know who we are. You see what I'm saying? So that. Let's read it again.
And John chapter 15 and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
If the world hate you,
mm-hmm.
ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You want to keep going? That's it. Verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own.
The world would love his own. She could come out and just say, "I'm an Israelite. I'm running for the Israelites." She can have seals on her clothes without nobody bothering her. But the world hates us, man. The world hates us. They don't even want us to know who we are. Go ahead. Just finish on 19.
But I have chosen you out of the world.
He had done what?
But I have chosen you out of the world.
He's done what?
But I have chosen you out of the world.
He's chosen us, man. He's chosen us out of the world. So when you read in John 3:16, Christian pastor, and then read this, what we talking about here? You see what I'm saying? The Most High has chosen us out of the world. Was that it on that?
Therefore the world hateth you.
Damn right they hate us, man. They hate us because we got the living God. We got the real God. We don't serve wood and stone. We only serve wood and stone in our folly. You know what I mean? That was a curse that was put upon us because we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Let me get 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 21. You know what I mean? We're going to get right into it. It's a privilege to be an Israelite, man. You should not be ashamed nor confounded. Ain't that the scripture say?
Yeah, right.
You shouldn't be ashamed to call yourself a child of God, man. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about no spiritual child of God like they do in the Christian church either. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about being an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, from the tribe of Benjamin, Naphtali. You know what I mean? Issachar. You know what I mean? All Ephraim. Shoot, Dan. So I'm just saying, man, from any tribe that comes out of the 12 tribes of the house of Israel, man, you should be proud of that. You know what I mean? And you should wear it on your sleeve, man. You should wear it on your chest. You know what I mean? Wear it on your forehead. Let the world know, you know what I mean? Nah, I'm a child of God and I'm gonna keep these law, statutes, commandments. I'm gonna be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? You got that?
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse
21.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Prove all things.
Hold fast that which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Abstain from all appearance of evil.
Abstain from all appearance of evil, man. That's what we do, man. We prove all things. Just like Captain Desari, I busted that pastor upside his head, man. We prove all things. You know what I mean? Somebody should be able to come and ask us anything according to the scriptures, because the scripture says that we study to show ourselves approved. You know what I mean? Scriptures show that we supposed to have an answer for every man. Prove all things. We don't just go out here and take a little scripture and then just run with it. Oh, now all of a sudden I got understanding. Or if we don't got understanding, we still going to teach it. Hey, you ain't never going to find that in the UPK, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got a question. If I don't got the answer, I know I can go to Officer Tashiyam. If Officer Tashiyam don't got it, he can go to Officer Mataza Pop. If Officer Mataza Pop don't go, he go to Captain. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. And we get that information. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. But we don't sit here and just make up stuff. That's not what we do, man. And that's how you can tell if somebody really loves you, because they care so much about the law that they would rather you hate them than to go against the law. I tell my people this all the time, my family and this, man. I understand, you know, I'm telling you this law and I'm telling you what we can do and we can do and things like that. And you're going to hate me for it, but I'd rather you be right there with the Most High. You can hate me all you want. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather you be right with the Most High. That's love right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Love is keeping the law, statutes, commandments. Anything any more on that?
Nah, sir.
All right, come on. Let me get Romans chapter 3 and verse 1. Like that's what we should always do, man. Prove all things, man. Study and show yourself approved, man. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and read. If you're a young man in this truth, sit down and read. Trooper in this truth, sit down and read. You know what I mean? Officer 50, Officer 5, sit down and read. Get it all the way in there. Because this is spiritual warfare that we going through, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't take this thing lightly, but have pride in it. It's a swag to it too, ain't it, Officer Tashiyam?
Yes.
It's a swag. It's a swag to just be like, just to know. You know what I mean? When people go to ask you a question, you give them the look like, what? What's the question? Go ahead. You don't give them a look. You don't give them the I don't know face like, no, you give them you pride. You know that you have the answers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you know where to get them. You know what I'm saying? That's the pride of being in the UPK, man. You know what I'm saying? That we have, this is the home of the truth. That's what this is. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Romans chapter 3 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
What adventure then hath the Jew?
What now?
What advantage? What advantage then hath the Jew?
Yeah, what advantage does the Jew have, man? Look at them. They living in the hoods. They living in the slums. They bummy. You know what I mean? They poor, black. They ugly. But dear God, I'm here. Ain't that what Silly said?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm poor, black. I may even be ugly. You know what I'm saying? Until you do right by me. You know what I'm saying? But what advantage does a Jew have, man? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Or what profit is their circumcision?
What profit is the circumcision, man? What profit is this law, man? What profit is it for us to be separate? What profited us? Go ahead.
Much every way.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
Daggone right. The law, statutes, commandments was only given unto us.
Right.
We the only ones that know that he knows, man. We are his favorite. Deuteronomy 7:6. He chose us to be a special people unto himself. You see what I'm saying? What you mean, what advantage I have? Yeah, I might be poor. I might be black. I might be ugly. But daggone, the Most High knows me. The Most High knows my brothers and my sisters. The Most High will redeem my brothers and sisters. That's what I do. I have laws. I have statutes. I have these things to govern my people. You know what I'm saying? And when the time comes, we will rule forever. So yeah, I might not have everything, but I will have everything. You know what I mean? Because we all understand that the earth has been given the hand of the wicked, and because of that, these people think that they got the best of everything. You know what I mean? They think they got us, man. They somebody believe this people right here, this the ones that's gonna rule? This people? This the people that y'all had over here? That's what we gonna be saying. This the people that, yeah. Trash. Any more on that?
Line, sir.
What was that? One? Did you read two?
Kind.
All right, kind. Yeah, then let's go ahead. Let me hear some more on it. So matter of fact, read that again. If I may.
Romans chapter 3 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
What advantage then have the Jew?
What advantage do we have? Go ahead.
Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Right.
Much every way, chiefly, because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
Most of all, the oracles of God was committed unto us. Go ahead. Let me get Exodus chapter 4. Y'all know what I'm gonna get to after that, man. I'm gonna get right to that too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get right to that because we definitely gonna get around to that. But let me get Exodus chapter 4 and verse 21. Who we got in the chat, man? We got a lot of people in the chat, man. Good night. Most High in Christ, man. Nizam Ara. You know what I mean? Shalom Yahabashim Yahushua Thug. Oh, Shalom Shamar Alatham Yashim Yahushua Salakia. Princess Kadasha Yahawada. We got my man Shabar Zakwa. What's good, man? You know what I mean? Looking forward to seeing y'all at the New York Cookout coming up, man, this Saturday. You know what I mean? This Sunday on the 27th, man. Y'all make sure everybody is in attendance in New York. Marcus Garvey Park is going to be an amazing time. Of course, we're going to have camp at Times Square on Saturday. You know what I mean? Then we're going to be going out, you know what I mean, that night. You know what I mean? All the Akim and Aquathium, man. Look, man, I'm looking forward to seeing all y'all, you know what I mean, this weekend, man. We're going to have an amazing time eating some good food, you know what I mean, chilling with the Akim and everything. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's going to be some good clothes out there. We're going to get some shirts, some headpieces, some oils. You know what I mean? It's going to be an amazing time. All are welcome. If you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you are welcome. You know what I mean? Not y'all, not anybody else. I ain't going to name names. Africans. I ain't going to name nobody else. I ain't going to name nobody. All right? All right, you got that for me?
Exodus chapter 4 and verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, when thou goest and return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thy hand.
The Most High dealt with Moses, and he put those wonders in Moses' hand. An Israelite from the tribe of Loyat or Levi, or in today's would be the Haitians. Go ahead.
But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go.
Yeah, he hardened his heart, just like the people that's leading this world now. They know who you are. Yes, they know about you. But guess what they doing? They harden their heart, man. You know what I mean? They trying to keep you in captivity because they believe that they can defeat the Most High power. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That's why they got daggone the Space Force. Because they think that they can beat the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And Most High playing with them. Yeah, them UFOs, that's the chariots playing with them, man. We practicing. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, no. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son.
Israel is my what?
Israel is my son. Even my firstborn.
Even my firstborn. It's special. He's special to him. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And I say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn.
Ain't that what he did? Ain't that what he did? We gonna call God a liar? That's the same God that loves the children and chosen the children to be above all people, man. We forget about that. We forget that we're his special ones, man. Was that it on that? Was that into the 22?
What was it? Yeah, come on.
Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 20. I mean, make sure y'all take these down, man. You know what I mean? Take these precepts down, man. This is remembering who we are, man. You know what I mean? Most High delivered us with his hand, and guess what? He gonna do it again. Yeah, right. He gonna do it again, and he gonna do it so great that we gonna forget about Egypt, man. He gonna be like, man, did you see that? That daggone chariot came down like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about all the great and wonderful things that he did. Look what he did. Look, right now he just toying around, man. Look what he did in Hawaii. Right. You know what I'm saying? What did General say? The speed of the fire was mile point something a minute or something like that.
It was on Hawaii, right?
Yeah, you can't run from that. And then, ain't it? What something just happened in California?
Hurricane.
A hurricane. A hurricane. How you gonna be sitting there worrying about a hurricane and storms and lightning, and all of a sudden your whole building shaking like, God dang it. What's going on?
Right.
Lord, make up your mind. Not like this guy. Not like this. Oh shoot, you got that?
Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 1. When thou goest out to battle against thy enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them.
Be not what?
Be not afraid of them.
Man, let me tell you something about the UPK, man. We don't raise no cowards. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cowards in our camp. You know what I'm saying? We wrote a song about it, like the head go. You know what I'm saying? We got a daggone song. We want no cowards in our camp. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what we do, man. We build warriors from children, and from the youth all the way up. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do it like these daggone Christian churches and raise these people raise these kids to dance and shout and do that at the daggone light, and not talking about not a daggone thing. No, we're gonna raise you to be a man of the Most High, man. The scripture says, raise up a child the way he should go. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what we do here in the UPK. We raise the youth, we raise men, and we bring men that's in the world that might have been something soft, and we bring them in the UPK and we make them strong and tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cowards up in here. You know what I'm saying? And we don't fear anything but the Most High. So when you see all the armies coming up against you, and you see all the opposition, everything coming up against you, fear not. Why? Go ahead.
For the Lord thy God is with thee.
For the Lord thy God is with us. You want to know what an advantage is of being a Jew? The Most High is with us. The Most High that creates the winds, that creates the fire, that moves land, that can move mountains. That guy. You worried about some daggone oppressor that might can drop a bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, you know what I mean, and take out a whole land. But the Most High can just open up the earth and swallow it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about none of that because we got the Most High on our side, man. That's an advantage. Go ahead.
Which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Did he not? Go ahead.
Verse 2. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people.
Say that again.
And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people.
The priest shall approach and speak unto the people, man. So we supposed to just totally disregard what we saying today? All the stuff that's going on right now, the priests and prophets, we go on every single corner and we speaking to our people to get ready, to prepare yourselves, get your minds ready, separate yourselves. You should listen to the priests and prophets of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because the priests and prophets of the Most High are going to warn you of the oncoming danger. But our people, we stiff-necked, we hard-headed, man, and we don't want to listen. That's why our job is so important, because that's who the Most High sends us to. Our people, man, our brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
And shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint.
Right.
Fear not, and do not tremble. Neither be ye terrified because of them.
Because of them. They only man. They can only control what your body. You could die, but I'd rather fear that which has power over life after death. You know what I'm saying? So fear not and fight your battles, man. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of losing your jobs. I know we got some new brothers coming in and they afraid to, you know what I mean, put on the gear and go out on the corners because they worried that their job won't see. Well, if that's the case, get another one. Get another one. Don't be afraid against this daggone enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? We got enough people out in this world. How you gonna be in the truth and be afraid? It just don't make no sense, man. If you in this truth, man, you need to be a superhero, man. They already calling us freaking Power Rangers and stuff because of the way we look. All right, well then act the part. Form legs and arms, forms arms and body. You know what I'm saying? Get it right. Any more?
Let not your hearts faint.
Where you at right now? Salakia.
Verse 3.
Go ahead.
It says, let not your hearts faint, fear not, and do not tremble.
Right.
Neither be ye terrified because of them.
Right.
For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you.
Damn right, man. Damn right. What do we got to be afraid of, man? Again, is it a privilege to be an Israelite? When the Most High will fight for you? And what all we got to do is keep the commandments. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Because I'm going to tell you, man, let me tell you something, man. I was reading Deuteronomy chapter 4 again. Awesome Matazapah, man. And I ain't going to hold you, man. I started getting, I was at work, man. I started getting worked up. You know what I'm saying? I started getting worked up at work. I stopped working like, God dang, man. This is what we need. And how can a Christian read this and still want to give away our promise, man? Give away our heritage. Give away what's ours, man. And say it's for everybody now. What would that mean if it's for everybody? Then whose battle we fighting? You know what I'm saying? If everybody in the world get it, what's it supposed to be? The Christians against everybody else? The Christians against the Muslims? You know what I mean? Or what's the other one? What's the Buddhism or something like that? That's what we supposed to be. You supposed to be going against the monks. You know what I mean? What we talking about here, man? Let me get Deuteronomy 28 and verse 7.
And
go ahead, you got it.
So like we say to like that young brother that come up and be like, well, shit, the Lord ain't stopped my brother from getting killed, so I'm gonna carry this block. That's my protection. I don't need that. Like,
listen, man, it's like this. That's fine and good. You wanna have a Glock to protect you, right? But if your spirit is all jacked up and you just going out popping, man, look what's coming up against you. You know what I mean? Death itself, jail time. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to trust in man. That is not going to save you. Listen, man, we die. We live and die. Like my man said, people die every day, B. You know what I'm saying? If you want to die, sometimes, I mean, look, it's just your time. But maybe understand that after you die, man, you in the Most High's hands, man. You know what I'm saying? So why die in vain? Your brother might have died in vain. You know what I'm saying? For what? Because his chick cheated on him? What? Because of a corner? Or maybe because of a straight bullet. We never know. People die, man. And I understand you want to have a gun as your protection. That's fine and good. Yeah, get you a gun. The Bible even tells you, get you a gun. You know what I'm saying? But don't be trying to look to use that, because guess what he going to do? He only going to use it against his brother. That's what it really come down to. He just going to use that gun against his own brother because he afraid of his brother. But here in the UPK, we don't teach you to be afraid of your brother. We teach you to love your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would tell that brother, man, straight like that. Let me get you got that? Deuteronomy 28:7.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 7. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
He said, what now?
The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
That's what you tell that, bro. That gun that you got, you might can shoot, you kill him. You don't know how you never killed a person. You never shot a piece of meat. You don't know what's going to come after that, how it's going to affect you mentally. You know what I mean? But the Lord will come against your enemies before your face, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come out from amongst the world, man. And come join the UPK, straight like that. You know what I mean? Any more on that?
The Lord shall cause thy enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 28. Just 28:7 is all I need.
Go read it all over again.
Yeah, read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
Mm-hmm.
They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee seven ways.
Good night. You know what I'm saying? Scatter them. You know what I mean? They're going to go every way. They ain't going to know which way to go because they're going to have so much fear because they're going to know not to mess with you. Drop down to verse 10.
Verse 10. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord.
That's heavy. The Most High is going to make your enemies scattered. And all the people of the world is going to see it. They're going to be like, yo, that's that. The Most High defends his people, man. Right. I ain't messing with him, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't messing with them folks. You need to leave them folks alone. Ain't that what the council was with Ammon? Listen, man, if they what's that in Judah 5, 22, I believe it is 21 and 22. Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something, General. If they keeping them law, statutes, commandments, you better leave them folks alone. Because their God will defend them. But if they're not keeping the law, statutes, commandments, then we can mess with it. And that's that crafty counsel, man, in Psalms 83. That's the crafty counsel that they knew. That's why it's all you can eat shrimp at Red Lobster. That's why it's more bacon in Burger King than it is burgers. You know what I'm saying? Because they understand that if you don't keep your law, statutes, and commandments, they can always keep their foot on your neck. You know what I'm saying? Let me just, was that it on 10?
Kind of kind.
All right, let me get Psalms chapter 135 and verse 4. Let's get it.
Psalms chapter 135 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord hath chosen Jacob unto himself.
He did what?
For the Lord hath chosen Jacob unto himself.
He chosen Jacob unto himself, man. We all know that's the beginning of the 12 tribes of the house of Israel, whose name was later changed to Israel.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So when he says he chosen Jacob unto himself, guess who he chose? You, Black, Hispanic, Native American man. That's who he chose unto himself. You don't believe it? Look at Deuteronomy 4 and 7. I mean 7 and 6. Salakia. You know what I mean? It's right there. He chose us to be a special people unto himself above all people. Any more on that?
Nah.
Go ahead.
You want to go to Deuteronomy?
Yeah, we're still in Deuteronomy chapter. No. You don't got to go there. You stay in Psalms 135 and 4. There's another one for him.
You want to go to
just 135 and 4. Was that it on 135 and 4?
Finish it.
For the Lord hath chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure.
Right. I know what peculiar means, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Special. You know what I mean? Special treasure. That's who we are, man. Like the Christian church even say that. They be like, we're peculiar people. We're peculiar people. Goof ass. You know what I'm saying? But spiritually, it's everybody. Right. Man, confusion. He's not the author of confusion, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing there, man? I was watching the dude the other day. He was shouting with a daggone walker. He took the walker from the lady. The lady was sitting there. He took the walker from her, and he started doing a shot with her. Started doing a shot with the walker. They do some of the foolishness stuff in there, and they know it. They know they do some foolish stuff. They talk about you afterwards. You know what I'm saying? They talk about you. It's ridiculous, man. Man, I'm so glad we got up out that church, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's foolishness. It's folly. It's a joke.
Right.
It's a show. They even call it Sunday is the big show because nobody is there on Tuesday during Bible study.
Right.
They'll show up for the revival service. That's about it. Because the pastor said, listen, I need y'all to come with me to pastor's church. Because low key, he's going to come and bring his offerings. His people to my church. You know what I mean? Go ahead, you got it. Salakia. That was in on 135 and 4, right?
Come on.
Let me get let me get the main one, 147, Psalms 147. You know what I want? 19 and 20. I'm telling you, man, this world is a trip, man. That's why it's good. It's good to be in this world, man.
Right.
I love coming in this door, man, within this walls, man. I love being around my brothers, man. Straight up, man. It ain't no place, man. I tell you, when I first was coming into the truth, I didn't believe that I had to be a part of any organization. I didn't believe that. I was like, nah, I'm gonna be an individual, like. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it on my own. Me and my family gonna eat tuna fish in the dark. I'm gonna put fringes on my wife beater. You know what I mean? But I thank the Most High, Barakatha Yahweh Yahushua for this daggone truth, man. You know what I mean? I thank you because, man, who knows what I'd have been into right now? I probably would have been putting fringes on my car or something. You know what I mean? Right on the bottom. You know what I mean? The car got to be holy now. we got to protect it from the accidents. You know what I mean? Good night. You got that?
Psalm chapter 147 and verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
He showed his word unto Jacob,
right?
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
That's right.
20. He have not dealt so with any nation.
He have not dealt so with any nation. Uh-huh.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
And how you finish it out?
Praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye Yahweh.
Right.
That's how you end it out right there. If you wanted to know what an advantage is, that's it. You want to give praise and worship, that's what you give praise and worship for, man. That the law, statutes, and commandments is only given unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. To our brothers and sisters. So now we got hope, y'all. We got something to look forward to. We hasten to the day when it's the end of Esau's world and the beginning of Jacob's.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? We can't wait. Can't wait to get that order to knock on doors, man. Like the Jehovah's Witness.
Yep, right.
Knock on the door is like, hey. Where am I joining? Hey, you. This how I'm gonna be in a peephole like this. Hey, yeah. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait, man. Let me get 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. Man. Shah said, I have noticed several other camps wearing fringes on t-shirts and proudly doing it. Yeah, they doing it, man. They doing it. You thought you was the man wearing them fringes on the bottom of that t-shirt, man. You know what I mean? But that's strange apparel. That's strange apparel, man. You know what I mean? Was wearing it everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just knew he was doing it right. And you know what? The Most High laughs at your ignorance. You know what I mean? I understand. You know what I mean? Because you have the will. You have a mind to want to serve the Most High, just not in knowledge. That's all it is. You know what I mean? You want to serve. I have no doubt that a lot of these Christian people that's in the churches, they want to serve the Most High. They do. They just don't take the time to find out how to do it. And it's right there in your face. It's just that when they do find out, they think they can't do it. And then instead of trying, you know what they do? They didn't tell you that you can't do it. And then they hate you when you say that you can.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you? How dare you try to say you could be like Christ? Christ is God. Good night. We ain't gonna go there right now. Go ahead.
Me and Dashian was just talking about this the day I asked him, like, what if all you know was a church? You ain't really see nobody in the church when they're talking about it. How you even gonna know that what you doing is wrong anyway?
Man, you know. It's in your spirit. It's in your gut. I knew. You know what I'm saying? Because you want I used to always say, man, I don't want to. Yeah, I knew. Look at Pastor Young gonna look at me like, yeah, I knew. Because you know what I used to say? I used to say, I want to know the full truth. I used to say things like, I don't want to get to heaven, and he opened the book on me. I knew something was missing. Always knew something. And you know what else I used to say? One day I'm gonna read this book. That's what I say. One day I'm gonna read this book. One day, but right now I'm just gonna go to church because that's all I'm good. You know what I mean? Just go to church, give my 10%, you know what I mean? Get in the $100 line. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. I'm good. I can smoke weed tomorrow. But that was it. You know what I'm saying? One day I'm gonna read this book. And guess what? I started reading the book. And when I started reading the book, then I realized I've been duped. I've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, run amok, led astray. And I was just like, I was disgusted to the point where I was not going to let nobody else in. And that's when I was giving Dashian problems. Because I was not going to get with nobody. No, I'm good. I'll just read because I'm finding this stuff out on my own. But then there's certain things started to come up that I didn't understand. Now it's like, all right, I got to find somebody that knows the truth. And it ain't none of these other groups. And ain't none of these brothers that's wearing fringes on the bottom of their t-shirts. And ain't none of these brothers that's saying that you can only have one wife. You know what I'm saying? The truth is right here in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Go ahead. We got 1 Peter chapter 2.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. Mm-hmm. But ye are a chosen generation.
We are a chosen generation. Go ahead.
Ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation.
Too many priests. It's too many priests, man. Go ahead.
And holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of the darkness into the marvelous light.
That going right, man. We was on the bottom, man. We was on the bottom, and Most High brought us out of the dust. Put us on high, man. And we gave that up. We gave that up. We're going to get into it. Go ahead. Let me get Revelation chapter 5, verse 10. We gave that up, man. Ain't that something? And don't sit here and act like, oh, if I was back in those days, I'd have been on the right side. Yeah, you'd have fell too. You'd have fell too. Everybody, like Cat always say, everybody want to be Paul. Everybody want to be Peter. Right. Nobody want to be Bar Jesus. So, like, I know something wrong with me, man. Y'all know something be wrong with me sometimes. Oh, man. Go ahead. You got that?
Revelation chapter 5 and verse 10. Mm-hmm. It has made us onto our gods. It has made us onto our God, kings, and priests.
Too many kings, too many priests.
And we shall reign on the earth.
We shall reign on the earth, man. You know what I mean? Let me get 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 59. We shall reign on this earth, man. You know what I mean? That's what we gonna do. And it's gonna be forever. I can't wait, man. Can't wait till we ain't got to get up and go to our slavery. We ain't got to send our kids off to a school that's teaching your child to be a good citizen. That's all they doing, man. They're brainwashing our children to follow instructions. That's it. So when your kid come home with a bad report card because he can't sit still, I mean, I understand. We want to train them up and tell them, hey, you got to do this because you're living in this kingdom and eventually you're going to have to get a job and stuff like that. I understand that. But don't punish them too hard because they got the spirit in them to not want to be in slavery. We don't know it. We don't understand it. We think that our children are just being rebellious and they just want to be bad and they just want. No, it's not in them to sit still and listen to the oppressor all day and only get a 15-minute break. It's not in us to do that. We have to be trained to do that. That's when they start giving you medicine, giving your child. Don't let your child take that, man. He's supposed to have that energy, man. You know what I'm saying? Let that kid run. So like, I think about Cat Williams when he was talking about, you know what I mean? He had a son that was just so energetic and he was running all over the place and they gave him medicine. And he said the boy was just sitting there. And he went over to his son and said, well, what you doing? He was like, thinking? And he was like, well, what you thinking about? He was like, running? You know what I mean? That's all. Hey, man, your child wants to run. Let him run, man. You know what I mean? Let that kid run. Let that kid be a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to give them instructions, say, hey, we can't do this, we can't do that. But, you know, we can't punish our children so much because they don't want to be who we are. They don't want to be a slave. You know what I'm saying? Teach them the scriptures. Raise them up the way they should go. So when they see these scriptures, they'll know how to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove.
Right.
They'll know how not to act up in school because they don't want to draw attention to themselves. You see what I'm saying? That's what you do. You teach them this book. You know what I mean? And then guess what? They'll have the mind to actually do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Stop throwing tablets in your kids' face. All right, I ain't gonna go into that. That'll be for next time. I'm gonna talk about kids and how we need to raise up our children the way they should go. All right, but go ahead. You got that?
2 Andrew chapter 6 and verse 59. Mm-hmm. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance?
Oh my goodness!
With the world.
Oh my goodness! Now, who this sound like right here, man? This sound like your pastor that'll just come up with something to say, well, if God is for you, why you ain't got this? You know what I mean? Hey, quite honest, if you were Israelite and you keeping the law, statute, commandment, why you not rich? Why you not getting all this money that's out here? Meanwhile, this dude over here, he a sinner. He's selling drugs. He got Bentleys. He got all this stuff. Why the Most High ain't punishing him? We know the answer to that, don't we? We know because we read and study these words, man. Maybe the Most High wants to save his punishment for him. Maybe it's just the Most High chose us, and we have to fight our battles in this world. Our treasures ain't here. Our treasures is in the kingdom. We need to have a will to want to get the kingdom. I want the kingdom. I'm hungry. It's like some of these boxers out here, right? When they was coming up, they was hungry, knocking everybody out because they had a want for something. But as soon as they got that thing, what did they do? They fell off. You know what I mean? They got comfortable. That ain't gonna happen with us because our trial that we're going through is to shine us up. It's to make us to never forget so that when we do get the kingdom, we are never going to want to go back to this. Never going to want to go back to this, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?
How long shall this endure, man? How long do we gotta sit here and understand that the earth is given to the hand of the wicked? When are we gonna rule? You know what I'm saying? You wanna know when we're gonna rule? We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and drop that. Let me go to Jeremiah chapter 2 and 14. We're gonna get it, man. We're gonna get the kingdom out. Trust and believe we're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't how the Christian church is say you gonna get a blessing. And then you gonna get a blessing if you believe in his blessing. And then you might get a blessing, but you're not gonna get a blessing because you don't have enough faith. And you gonna get, that's individualism. That's individuals. You gonna get something. You go, no. It should never be turn to your neighbor and say, if you're not ready to get your blessing, get off of my row. They do that. All the Mataziala, am I lying? They do that. They do that, man. They'll sit there and say, get off of my road because you hating on me. Turn to your neighbor and say, stop hating. Hate, 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 hate. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, you got it.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 14. Mm-hmm. Is Israel a servant?
Is he? Now, Cap, this is one of Cap's favorites right here. Captain Zion, this is one of his favorite scriptures right here, man. Is Israel what?
Is Israel a servant?
Is that what we here for? When you read the scriptures and it's talking about Israel, does it say he's supposed to be a servant? Go ahead.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Is he a homeborn slave? You know what I'm saying? Is that my purpose? Is that what we supposed to be? Go ahead.
Why is he spoiled?
Why we spoiled, man? Why we comfortable? Why we good with being like this? Are we servants? Were we asked to come here and live like this, or were we forced to come here and live like this? You see what I'm saying? Did they have a captivity so long and do butt breaking and do all that type stuff? Or did we willingly just come over here and say, hey, Massa, I want to call you Massa. Is that okay? I know your name is Johnson, but I think Massa is better. Don't you think so, sir? That's what we did, huh? Is he a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Why is he spoiled, man? Any more on that? 114?
I'm last, sir.
Let me get Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. Why is he like this, man? We were programmed like this. You know what I mean? Now we do it willingly. We out here celebrating Juneteenth. The heck is this? Juneteenth, man. We celebrating coming out of slavery into slavery. Because no longer did we have to have the yokes, and that's what the scripture says, man. We no longer needed the yokes on our head. We was mentally enslaved then, man. No longer did we have to have our backs beat. And guess what? They did it anyway. They had us. They got us. We had nowhere to go. We had to go for them for food, clothing, shelter, and whatnot of all things. And they still was lynching us to this day. It's probably somebody getting lynched right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, as I'm speaking, somebody's getting lynched. How that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? So right now, somebody's getting kidnapped and taken across somebody else's country to be raped and abused. Right now. Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
They are destroyed. We are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. That's why we are homeborn. So that's why we are like the way we are, man. Because we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because we rather be under the oppression. But the scripture says oppression makes a wise man angry.
Right.
You should be, if you ain't angry, if you okay with everything that's going on, then this is what we talk. We talking about you. You are destroyed. Isaiah 1 and 3, the ass knoweth his owner, the ox his master's crib, but my people don't know, they won't even consider. You are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
He did what?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we reject knowledge, man. We reject knowledge, just like Pastor Sam, Pastor Porkchop. You know what I mean? He rejects knowledge, just like that other sister. She rejects knowledge, man. All for pride, all just to say you right. I hated the way she was talking too. Like she had that. She tried to have that soft like voice. It was making me bubble, Officer Tasio. Officer Tasio, I don't know what I'm gonna do, sir. When we had things Christians say, I don't know what I'm gonna do, sir. Officer Tasio gonna have all the patience in the world. I'm gonna be like, you big dummy. Go ahead.
I will also reject thee.
Damn. Now, how about that? How about that? You want to reject this knowledge? The Most High rejects you. It's a privilege to be an Israelite. It's a privilege to know this truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you'll have this information and you won't be rejected. Your daggone prayers is getting matumbled right now, man. You go to say a prayer and matumble, a daggone heathen is like, your prayers is getting blocked, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to reject knowledge, Christ is going to tumble your prayers. Rejected. Yeah, any more of that?
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God,
right? I
will also forget thy children.
Good night. Ooh, wait. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Because it's you know the pastor's kids be the worst kids, don't they? They be the man. I used to have so much fun with the pastor kid. We went to all the parties. We got all the women. The pastor's kid. You know what I mean? We did all types of stuff, man. He was the one that came in. Hey, listen, man. As soon as they bow their heads to go pray, we're gonna sneak out the back and go to the mall. Yeah, let's do it. Pastor kid was matter of fact, they got a term. It's called PK.
Right.
Even they kids, that's how they gonna get destroyed because they following after following. You see what I'm saying? The pastor ain't nothing but a closet homosexual. What do you think your daggone kid gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Oh, was that it? It's like all right. Let me get Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 8. We almost done. Got a couple more here.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a table.
Whoa. He said what?
Now go, write it before them in a table.
Write it in a book. Write it in the book. Go ahead.
And note it in a book, that it may be for the times to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people.
Damn right. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Oh, read on.
That this is a rebellious people. Lying children. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Right. You're gonna stop at the end of 10.
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us.
Prophesy not unto us. They say to the people that can see. They say to the brothers in the ISUPK that they can't see. They don't want to see. See not. Prophesy. We prophesy. We telling y'all the things of the past, present, and the upcoming future. And you say, don't tell us that. We ain't trying to hear that. Right. You just trying to play on our anger. I heard this today, man. You know, them Hebrew Israelites, they just like to play on people that's angry at the world. Oppression makes the wise man angry. I'll go after the angry brother so I can calm his and bring his anger in and have that thing designated right so he can use it right. You know what I'm saying? Oppression makes the wise man angry. And that's what we talking about. Prophesy not unto me. I don't want to hear it. All right, what you got?
Nobody said it. Somebody really said
it. Yeah, somebody said that, man. Somebody said that. We pray. The Hebrew Israelites, they pray on they say the Hebrew Israelites. They pray on the angry man.
Angry man. It's like, what's it not to be angry about?
Listen, man, first and foremost, we don't pray on nothing.
God.
You know what I mean? When we go out here and we speak these truths, it just so happened that we have something in common with a brother who is fed up with oppression.
Right.
I got something in common. So it just so happens that me and you can agree. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. But we ain't like these fake Israelite groups. We ain't like these daggone cults that's out here that's killing their brothers and their sisters, that's feeding them lies, that's hiding themselves, committing crimes against their own brothers. You know what I mean? Going out here and committing all types of adultery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't do that here in the UPK. You won't find out about some undercover stuff that's going on with none of our generals, none of our captains. We prove men here. You know what I mean? You can't hide in this truth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you can hide over there. That's why they're so great. That's why there's so many of them. Because wide is the road to destruction. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of them, man. But here in the UPK, it's still a lot of us. But it should be packed room right now.
Right.
But people want a God that can be where they can be who they want to be. That's what they want. And they don't want to see. They don't want to be prophesied to them. What else?
See not to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things.
They want smooth things. They want to tell you that David and Goliath is about your job. They want you to tell you that everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Woo, woo, woo. I'm going to sing a song. Let's sing a song in the key of C. And we gonna sing. And the only hard part that you're gonna get in the Christian church is when the offering plate come around. That's when they get all angry. That's when they get all rough and tough in spirit. Is when that offering plate come around. Sometimes the daggone offering part of the service is longer than the daggone sermon. You thought you was getting out early, Matali Olive. We thought we was getting out early today. Oh man, Pastor, appreciate it. He did that real quick, man. We're about to be out of here real quick. All right, offering time. Everybody getting the $100 line. It's not enough for y'all on the $100 line. Come on, quick. Come on, move. They get real tough. Give it to your brother. Somebody got $50. He got $50. Get in line. There's not enough people to see. Some of y'all stealing. Y'all out here stealing. That's when they get tough, man. Go ahead, you got it.
Man, I ain't go to church that much, but when I did, I always used to wonder why they locked the doors all the time.
You funny. I was just telling.
The bathroom.
Yeah.
You couldn't get out.
Could not get out. And they knew about the bathroom trick. They knew about the bathroom. They had one of them officers stand by the bathroom. Because they knew around offering time, some people would go to the bathroom. Oh man. Who was I talking to? Was I talking to? No, it was I think I was talking to Tashiam about this, man. I remember because when I really started coming out of church, I was like, I wasn't getting up nothing. And one time I got up right during, like they used to make you stand up and walk around, like because you ain't want nobody to walk over you. You know what I mean? So they'd be like, come on, man, don't let people step over you. Everybody up and come around. And if you didn't have money, you would tap the offering plate. You tap the offering plate. You know what I mean? And that's Lord bless me with a cheerful, you know what I mean, offering next week. You would tap the offering plate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a mess, man. Yes, I know about you. Yeah, you might be watching right now. Yeah, I know about you. You did it. You touched the daggone offering plate. Some people used to fake. Some people used to dig in their pie. Touch it.
You ain't never put the empty envelope on the junk.
Yeah, I did that. I definitely did that. Yo, when I was a kid, I was a savage. I used to cut up the bulletin, and I used to put like dollar signs on it, and I would put it in to make it nice and thick, and I put it in the jar. That was me, Mount Airy Church. That was me that had that. He used to get envelopes full of daggone bulletin money. Yeah, daggone right, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I told you, man. That's what they into, man. They want smooth things. They don't want this truth. This right here is too hard for a lot of our brothers and sisters to handle. And that's why I know this ain't no code, because we don't pray on the weak.
Right.
If you are weak, you don't belong here. You don't belong here. We don't want no weak. You ain't gonna do nothing but fall away anyway.
Church that I'm going to, they actually telling us not to eat like certain foods and stuff.
Word.
I see my mom, so like I seen my folks go do it afterwards, and I asked like, yo, like they didn't just say like I'm a kid. I'm like, she's like, see, you being grown.
Ooh wee.
Like you being too grown. You need to learn when to shut up. Like,
ooh wee.
Like, well, damn, well, Pastor just said we can't eat this, that.
Never mind what the pastor said. Man, that's crazy.
You're being too grown. Shut up. Stay in a child's place.
Yep.
I'm like, damn. All right.
Yeah, my church, we used to go to. Listen, I used to see the most wickedest people at Golden Corral. Listen, you want to see something crazy? Go to Golden Corral around about 4 or 5 o'clock. You were saying, Natalia? Go to Golden Corral about 4 or 5 o'clock on a Sunday, and you're going to see some of the most evilest people. Because our people coming out of that church and getting in that line, ooh wee. Ooh wee. Them folks, I don't even mess with Golden Corral. But I seen some of the most wicked, because them shrimp just came out, because we got to get there. Them shrimps is nice and hot. I went to the very first time I ever seen a whole pig on the grill was at a church function. A whole pig on the grill. It was a church function. I went to Florida, my family in Florida, right around when my grandma passed away. They couldn't even get through the whole funeral without talking about the smorgasbord they got set up with all abominations. You know, your pastor, he can't wait till the crack of summer from Baltimore. You know, y'all Baltimore, shouts out to Baltimore, man. Y'all Baltimore pastors, y'all can't wait till summer crack to crack them crabs. You know what I'm saying? Speak unto me smooth things. Tell me I can eat crabs, shrimps, lobster. Tell me that's smooth thing. You ain't got to worry about that. God knows your heart. Don't prophesy to me. Don't tell me what the law says. Don't tell me what will happen to us as a people if we don't keep the law, statutes, commandments. That's hell, man. That's why we are the way we are. That's why we in captivity and don't even know we in captivity. Because our leaders, our so-called leaders, since the time of Maccabees, thought it'd be better for us to be with the oppressor. I read that in 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 10. And that it boils my spirit, sir. You know what I mean? It boils it. It's just like, dang, man. Like we out of there. And we got to go back. Let's join with these nations that's around about us. And let's forsake our law. What the frick is we doing here? Right. And it said that the some of the I'm paraphrasing, the more righteous of us was like, yeah, let's do that. Could you imagine that? I don't even want to say that. Like if that happened to us, man. Like, could you imagine that? And we do it, and then whoop, right back on the bottom, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get to it, man. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5, man. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5, man. Because this is the one right here. I was
about to say, speaking on the leaders, particularly like some of our rappers, I was listening to like a podcast where they was talking about they starting to phase out like certain rap, like drill rap, and they starting to push like the more African side of stuff. Wow. Like they starting to phase out, get away from that. So it's like,
so that's what's going on.
To wake up. Like brothers starting to get indicted, locked up.
Wow. That's something else, man, because I am starting to hear a lot of that. I am starting to hear a lot of that daggone African music on the radio, on the hip hop radio. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what is this? What is this? I can't get jiggy with this. I cannot get jiggy with this. They said they can hear it. They can hear them in the background. It's like, but yeah, what is this? And that's exactly what it is, man. You know what I mean? Is them basically? They just then somebody say, you know, oh, the boy Akon said that. You know what I mean? That they are better performers. Mm. You know what I'm saying? And all that crap, man. You know what? Listen, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till we take our rightful place, man. I can't wait. We need to have more Montgomery, Alabama instances. Right. You know what I mean? Right. That's what we need to have. Because that incident actually caused us to actually say, you know what? I would fight for my brother. I prefer my brother. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. A lot of people, there was a couple people that when they saw that video, I'm one of them, man. When I first saw that video, I started cringing. My stomach started like getting tight. Because I seen the Bulls come up and they started dumping on it. I was already starting like, oh, it's that bull crap right here. I don't want to watch it. And I started to turn it off. But the Jones said, wait till the end. Watch to the end. So that was my hope. They go, wait till the end. I said, all right, I'm going to keep watching this. Oh, man, here we go. And the next thing you know, my man came jumping in the water, started swimming across. You seen the one boy running down. I thought he was going to do nothing, but he was just trying to break it up. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then the four brothers came down. The one boy had his shirt off, so like, You know what I mean? But he came down, I said, oh, them the niggas right there, it's on. And I mean, they beat the brakes off. I especially love the one girl that threw the girl in the water.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? The funniest part, I don't care what anybody said, it wasn't the chick getting hit in the head with the chair. That wasn't the funniest part. The funniest part was the boy that came out. He tried to do something. He started getting his butt whipped, and I swear he did a Michael Phelps dive into the water. I mean, he dove in the water so perfectly. I think he got a 9-something because it wasn't too much splash that came up after it. He went right through that water, man. You know what I'm saying? That boy, man, he could have got gold. He need to go ahead and try out for the Olympics because he went in that water nice and smooth, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's you should prefer your brother. You should prefer this truth. You should find a privilege in being in the law statute, being under the law statute commandments, man. You know what I mean? Knowing that the Most High put this together for us, so that we can govern each other and have extreme brotherhood. Because brotherhood is right here in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get it. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
To do what?
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
So we should hear it. We should do it. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do it so that we can possess the land.
Right.
If we was keeping the law, statutes, and commandments today, this land would be ours.
Right.
If you ask like the scripture says right now, well, if the Most High is with you, why ain't you got the riches? Why ain't you got the rulership? Why are you not reigning? Because we're not doing what we were supposed to do. We haven't done it since we had the kingdom. If we go back to keeping the law, statutes, commandments, then guess what? The Most High will come to our defense. He will wipe out our enemies. We'll put them to work because they're going to build up our walls. Y'all know that, right? They're going to build up them. You think I'm going to work? I ain't going to work. I want a lavish house, and they're going to build it up. And they better do it right because I got Issachar and I got Ephraim that'll check them if it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? We got the architects, the true architects. You know what I'm saying? That's going to split your back open if it ain't done right to precision, to preciseness. Oh, it's going to be immaculate. It's going to be an immaculate kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I want Edward Scissorhands on my bushes too. You know what I mean? I want ISUPK cut into my daggone bushes. I want the shield cut into the bushes, and it better be pristine, man. Better be clear so I can see all the swords in the front and the shield in the back. I want something amazing, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want something amazing on my bushes, you know, and keep it cut too. You know what I mean, get them weeds out. Put them with your hands. Put them hands, man. That's how you get to them. You gotta get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're gonna get. But we got to do what? Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And if we have the law, statutes, and commandments, and we keep them, then we shall possess the land. Go ahead.
Keep therefore and do them.
We gotta do them. We don't just hear them. Like, what does the Christian church do then? If you're trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's bad, then how do you know what's good from bad? How do you know right from wrong if you don't have the law, statutes, commandments?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the first the thing they'll say is, the scripture says that, by this hangs all the law, that we love our brothers as we love ourselves. See, that's all we got to do is love. Love, love, love. That's all I got to do. All right. Well, love is keeping the law, statutes, commandments. So Christ was actually playing you. He was actually telling you to keep all of the law. That's the greatest commandment, is to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding.
This is our wisdom and our understanding, man. This is what sets us apart. This is what makes us a great nation. Go ahead.
In the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Daggone right, man. That's why they try to tell you that the law is done away with, because they don't understand the law, because the law wasn't given unto them. So because the law was given unto us and we understand it, they will say to us that this is a wise and understanding people, because we will run this earth the way it's supposed to be ran. Ain't gonna be out here eating bats and spreading all types of daggone.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
God.
Now they got a new COVID test out that you got to give to a pregnant woman. You heard about this? Yeah, because they saying, the COVID ain't, it's still around. It's still killing people. You know what I mean? Now they got the new COVID joint. You take the COVID in your last trimester so that the kid can come out coughing. It's like, no. The kid come out like, like that. He got a grown man cough. How you gonna have emphysema and you ain't even 1 year old? Kid coming out crying like, who were? Who were? So like, I know I got problems, man. It's like, you know what I mean? But damn, man, like what are we doing here, man? Nah, we gonna have it ran the right way. Everybody gonna eat the right things. Esau gonna be taking care of the pigs. Make sure they clean up all that trash. They gonna be with the pigs. I mean, you like pigs so much. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Keep their for what nation is so great, who have God so nigh unto them.
Whoo! Whoo! That's what they gonna say about us. God is nigh unto them. That's what everybody want. Everybody want God on their side now. Don't get it twisted. Even the daggone atheists. Everybody want to live a good life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want it. Everybody want to just live and not die. That's right. What they want. Everybody wants that. Even the atheists. You know what I mean? They all want it. He might give his pledge to something else. I don't know what they give their pledge to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I made an atheist. Actually made an atheist say, "Oh my God," once. I frustrated him so much. He's like, "Oh my God." I say, "Oh my what?" You know what I'm saying? What'd you say? What'd you say? You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to live a good life, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's you got to be held accountable to this, man. You got to earn it. You don't just sit in four walls and now the Most High is with you. Nah, man, you got to show brotherhood. You know what I mean? And that's what we do here. That's why I love the UPK. You know what I mean? Because UPK has extreme brotherhood, man. And I love it. I love it. Give me some more on that.
What nation there is so great who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
All things, man. All things. But yet what we doing right now in our oppression, we go to our oppressor for all things. Shouts out to Target. You know what I mean? We go to our oppressor for food, clothing, shelter, and one of all things we go to our oppressor for, man. Wouldn't it be great to go to the Most High? You wouldn't have to break your back. You wouldn't have to be away from your kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to worry about the next day and the future days. You wouldn't have to worry about nothing because the Most High is he's gonna provide for you. He's going in his time, even if it's not on your time. All right, it's no sweat, man. Whenever you get a chance. You know what I mean? Because I know when he does finally come through, he gonna come through. How many of us ever lost a gig and was worried? Yeah. Worry about where your next bread gonna come from. How many working right now and is worried if you're gonna keep that job? You know what I mean? There's no rest in worrying and relying on man. My father used to tell me this all the daggone time growing up. He used to say, "Yo, if you got to rely on somebody for something, don't." I say that to my son. If you got to rely on somebody for anything, don't. Do it yourself. Figure it out. Don't rely on man. You can rely on the Most High. Don't rely on man, man. What kind of man are you if you're relying on man? If you're relying on another man to do something that you could do on your own? Some of us have dreams and aspirations, but are afraid to go after them because we'd rather rely on man. And then guess what happens? You get old and you look back and say, dang, I should have did that. Oh, I should have did this when I was this age. I should have did that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day?
We got statutes and judgments that's so righteous that they just in a right spot. You got statutes and judgments that's in this world that's just ain't right. People serving more time than what they should for little petty crimes and stuff like that.
Right.
But you relying on the law of man. You getting a freaking $150 ticket for going 10 miles over the speed limit. You know what I mean? I had to bring that out because I got a ticket. This is ridiculous, man. This daggone goddamn is a devil. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm about to say shout out to the Boulevard.
Good. Oh man.
This camera's on.
Man, listen.
Corner.
Listen, I hated driving on the bully in Philadelphia. Driving on a bully, they get you. See, now you kind of know where they're at because it's been a while. I remember when them joints first popped off. When them joints first came out, you ain't know what was going on. You just got that thing in the mail. What is this? What is this? I can't get jiggy with this. What is this? $150. All because I went through the stop sign. It was green. Oh, man. Yeah, all types of stuff. I remember, matter of fact, remember when John Street got in the office, the stop and frisk? Operation Livestock. Y'all remember that?
Kind.
Good night, man. They just stop you for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, look. What nation is so great they have judges, statutes, and judges? We got these things that's rightfully in place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Things was done right the way they should have been so that you didn't commit these things again. And what did we do? We took advantage. We said, oh, you know, if I do this, all I got to do is kill a turtle dove and I'm good. All right, give me about 5 turtle doves because I'm going to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, give me some more.
Verse 9. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
How you gonna forget Egypt? Go ahead.
Unless they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach thy sons and thy sons' sons.
It's generations under generations. That's forever. Tell your children's children's children. You know what I'm saying? We keep telling our kids, man, this is what's happening. You remind them because guess what? If you don't, they will forget. And if they don't know, they're liable to repeat. That's what's happening now. That's why your Christian pastor don't want to have you read the Old Testament. You read a little bit of Proverbs. You read the one scripture where the woman is priced far more than rubies. And then the rest is the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb. When the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. And he came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with the fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness.
This happened, man. Like, but we forget. This is Charlton Heston in the 10 Commandments. That's what you think it is. It's a fairy tale. You know what I mean? To a lot of these Christians, this book ain't real. It can't be real to a lot of Christians. Because if it was, and they remembered what happened that we were so afraid that we could only hear the 10. We can only hear that. Then we was like, yo, Moses, man, go deal with that. Go deal with that, man. Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. You heard the voice of the words.
You heard the voice of the words. You heard the Most High speaking. You heard his voice. Our forefathers heard his voice, man. We didn't hear it. They did. And even though they heard it, what they do, man? They forsook the law. That's crazy. But guess what? You did it too. Because some of y'all spirit was there. Some of us was there. You know what I mean? We just getting another chance to get it right now. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
But saw no similitude. Only ye heard a voice.
We only heard a voice, man. Go ahead.
And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments. And he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone.
Right.
And the Lord commanded me at the time to teach you statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it.
Right. So this is what was given to us to take seriously. That's why the Most High gave it to him himself. You know what I'm saying? And then when we couldn't hear no more, he gave it to Moses. This is what's been given to us, man. Remember who you are. Remember. That's what this whole class is about, man. Remember who you are.
Right.
You are a chosen generation. You are a royal priesthood. You are who the Most High has chosen you to be above all nations of the earth. You are a special people unto himself. Us, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. That's what we must do. Drop down to verse 31 for me real quick. Shut.
For the Lord thy God is a merciful God. He will not forsake thee, nor destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers which he swore unto them. For ask now of the days that are past, which were before thee,
right?
Since that day that God created man upon the earth.
See that? He ain't forgetting nothing. We forgot. These Christian pastors forgot. They want to sit here and say it's spiritual Israel. They want to sit here and say God loves everybody. But he did not forget his promise, man. The promise that was given unto us. You know what I'm saying? That's what's been given unto Israel. That's what it was given unto Ishmael. I mean, Salakia, good night. Isaiah, I'm tripping. That's what was given, you know what I mean? The promise. Yeah, they got blessings. Shoot, Esau even got a blessing. That's why he's able to rule the way he is, man, because it agreed to his freaking belly. This bull must conquer everything. I mean, look, read the daggone scripture, man. Don't do like I did when I was in the Christian church and just say, I'm going to read it one day. You know what I'm saying? Pick up the Bible and read it, man. This is our heritage. This is a real book that's for us.
Right.
And to remind us that the Most High is real and he has not forgotten his promise and he is coming back for his children. And when he does it, it's going to be a marvelous and wonderful thing, man. Let me drop that. Listen, I implore everybody, read Deuteronomy chapter 4, man. Read Deuteronomy chapter 4, man. Because it literally puts it right in your face, like, boom. I gave you this. This is what you have. You know what I mean? This is your glory. Don't just give this up, man. And we gave it up. But he didn't allow us to give this thing up for us not to get it back. This whole book right here is about us getting it back in the day, because we've been in captivity since been in captivity. I think did we create the word captivity? Yeah. We perfected that word. You know what I'm saying? Because the captivity, when you write in the dictionary, if you see captivity, you should see Israel in there, like, you know what I mean? Straight up. Go ahead. You got. Let me get Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. I'm gonna end it with this right here. Yeah, man. It's like we got to come up out this thing, man. That's why I implore everybody. It's a privilege. You should be proud. Back in the day, you used to say what we used to say back in the 70s. I'm black and I'm proud.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had a moment when we was proud to be black. You know what I mean? And that's fine and good. That's cool. You know what I mean? But it's time for us to recognize who we are and be who we're called to be. You know what I'm saying? Stop letting these daggone oppressors, stop letting these other nations get above us. Brother brought out, like he said, they coming at even trying to take our music. You know what I'm saying? They trying to take everything from us. You know what I'm saying? Take back your heritage. Take back your glory. Take back your law. Take back what was given to us by the Most High, man. And I promise you, man, the Most High is going to give it to us. But how they used to say in the church, shaking down, pressed together, and running over. He gonna give you more than what you can handle. You know? He gonna open up the windows of heaven. They don't even understand those scriptures, but they true. That's what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is gonna do all these great things for his children and his children only. You don't believe it or not, the oppressor is waiting for us to rule too, because they can't handle it. They don't know what they're doing. They just love the benefits, but they don't love the actual action of ruling. Because if they did, then there wouldn't be so much craziness in the world today. If they did, there wouldn't be so many people having so much millions of dollars that they can make a whole gold Bentley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. You got it?
Romans chapter 15 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Right.
Now the God of patience and comfort.
That's good. That's just 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's it. That's all you need to know right there, man. Whatever is written aforetime, man, right here, is beneficial to our learning, man. This is how you don't repeat the same mistakes.
Right.
Because not only is our gifts in this book, but our curses are in this book.
Right.
Not only is our glory in this book, but our folly is in this book. And if we can read and understand how not to make the same daggone mistakes over and over again, we can be a great nation the way the Most High intended us to be, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what that's all we try and do, man. That's why we should be proud to be an Israelite. That's why it's okay for us to be separate. That's why it's okay to love your brothers, the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And we ain't got time to hate anybody. We got time. We need to put more love in this world. It ain't the time to hate right now. It's a time to love one another. You know what I mean? Love our brothers. Get right in learning that, how to love your brother, so that once we get down to it and they hate us, then we can hate them.
Right.
The right way. That's right. Did you say that? Say that again?
Properly.
Proper life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Hey, with that being said, man, let's go ahead and end that up, man. We're going to bring up police officer. Tie you out.
Right.
What's that, Chris? Oh, yeah.
All right. This is ISUPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister comes to school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and show themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashara. That's 10% for every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. It's whatever amount you like to donate. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the memorial blowing the trumpets. That will be Friday, September 15th. That will be held at the Smyrna location, 202 North DuPont Boulevard in Smyrna, Delaware. If you're in the area, come on out. Also, this week is the week that we have the Northeast Cookout held in New York, in Harlem. And if you are in the area, please come out and enjoy this fellowship, enjoy this good cooking and this good, just really good vibes. You know what I mean? This brotherhood. You
That's
understand? Because there's no other brotherhood like a brotherhood in ISUPK.
Right.
All right. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, Minister Israel Majum, give a courtesy to the Minister Israel Majum Shabbat. Majum, Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakah.
Yazmatah. SARS means terms. We're going to get Sister Curry salute. Main visual, Majum Shabbat. Majum. Barak.
Yahweh Shemar Alatham Hashem Yahushua.
Yazmatah. Class dismissed.
That's great.
That's why I use